Many quarters of society are seeking answers on the Public Health Act amendment in a quest to authenticate the supposed widely circulated SI number 80. Newsforce reached out to a number of government agencies. Sources at the office of the Prime Minister claim the amendment was not endorsed by Cabinet but was done at a technical level. The trail eventually led to the Ministry of Environmental Health. However, attempts to glean information proved futile. Nonetheless, correspondence from the Attorney General's office titled Offensive Trade Regulation Amendment explains, quote, "The amendments are meant to address public health impacts of such trades in residential and highly populated areas where fumes from many of these said trades continue to create nuisances and impact directly the health of citizens." End quote. Member of the St. Lucia Photographers Association and co-owner of Wavemaker Photography, James Ajuda, says the industry is on edge.
A lot of them are concerned. A lot of them are confused how photography falls into that section as a hazardous trade. We could understand if, for instance, it was a situation where persons have dark rooms and so on. But in a world where all photographers basically are involved in digital photography, photographers falling under digital trade is really something of the past. Falling under hazardous trade is something of the past. So that's why we're seeking clarification.
Ajuda says the association will be penning a letter to the relevant authorities. The amendments now make licenses mandatory for a laundry list of trades, including print and photography, jewelry repairs and manufacturing, animal or pig farming, and charcoal making. President of the Dry Goods Vendors Association, Peter Ras-Iper Isaac, calls the revisions an attack on the small man.
We cannot take it as a joke because they are targeting ordinary people, ordinary persons. As you said, we are doing jewelry, so we mean a vendor now who could take some seeds and so on, put the two of them together and make an build an earring, a fashion earring so that someone could wear, or some ring. You could take some coconut shell and make rings. All of these things would be under what you call a license. This is so heartless.
Despite the criticism, there appears to be some legitimate concerns on some of the issues by authorities. Assistant Divisional Officer St. Lucia Fire Service Jermaine William has weighed in on the hazardous impact of coal. William says as of June 2020, firefighters have responded to 5 charcoal-related emergencies, the same number as the total recorded in all of 2019.
You find most charcoal pits within the Northern Division are usually located close to residential areas. Now, although they are in residential areas, they are sometimes not easily accessed by our personnel. So what usually happens is that we get calls to extinguish those fires from neighbors who are affected by those coal pits. The most common issues that we have are asthmatic reactions. We have had cases where it has triggered eye irritation, skin irritation, and a whole host of other issues.
Concerns about the amendment are also centered on scale of production of these various trades. Our news desk was reliably informed that the Cabinet of Ministers met on Tuesday, June 9th, to review the matter. Solange Alfred, HCS News Force.